There are many nutritional advices I don't follow, but today I'm going to focus and highlight 4. I'd love to share them with you, and feel free to share yours in the comments. Number 1, no carbs diet. Carbs, carbohydrates. I don't even think people really know what that means, because carbohydrates are, in their simpler versions, glucose, and which is sugar. And when you think about many foods, you find that there's sugar. How do you know if the food is sweet? Chances are there's sugar. So sweet corn, carrots, apples, and then more complex carbs like tubers, yam, cassava, and most grains like rice, barley, sorghum. I take pride in giving my body carbs because God wouldn't make these fruits and everything just to destroy my body. Maybe the carbs you're talking about are ultra processed sugars, but no, I don't do no carbs diet. Number 2, I do not endorse the smoothie and juicing industry. That one is another thing. I mean, I drink smoothies, I drink juices, but when people try to show off to me how healthy they are, they tend to tell me, oh, I just made this smoothie and I just made this juice. And I'm often like, well, you've just destroyed everything or most things in that fruit and broken down the fiber so much that it doesn't have any more effect in terms of supporting the safe digestion of the sugar. So, you could be drinking juice and you can liken it to fizzy drinks and simpler sugars, because that breaks it down into a simpler form, and that's what you're trying to avoid. So you need to just eat your fruit as it is and let your body do the breakdown. That's the original design. Eat it raw or slightly steamed. In comparison to blending, it's just better to eat it the way God has made it. Number 3, I do not blacklist any food, especially bread. I don't know where this myth comes from that when you're trying to be healthy, people just take out bread completely from their diets. And I feel sorry for bread lovers in particular. But the only time I will tell you to caution your bread intake is if you already have risk of the high blood pressure, or you are at risk of getting high blood pressure. And that's because in the UK, for example, we eat a lot of bread for maybe sandwich for lunch, and then another bread, something to do with bread for your dinner. But we need to be mindful in particular, because the highest amount of salt found in a lot of foods, bread was named among them. And so there was this campaign telling bread manufacturers to reduce salt. They have done quite well, but it's still quite high. And obviously salt is linked to high blood pressure. So really, maybe it's not the sugar in bread, maybe it's the salt you should be concerned about, as 30% of adults in the UK are walking around with undiagnosed high blood pressure. That's what should be alarming, if anything, about bread. The research by Action on Salt showed that some popular sliced bread sold in the UK supermarkets are saltier per serve compared to small portions of McDonald's fries, which is interesting. So that's why I don't even bother counting calories. So it's better you buy your sourdough bread, or you make your bread at home and sort of control the salt and sugar in it. But you do not need to take out bread completely from your diet or blacklist it because you're trying to lose weight. There are ways around these things, and so I don't bother with such advice. I don't even consider it, because bread is bread. Bread is good. Number 4, African foods are unhealthy. This statement has, I think, a bit of colonialism written all over it. Your food is bad, take mine. Like palm oil is bad for you, but sunflower oil is better. Sometimes I feel sorry for the black people who are falling for this fad. Like when they think healthy, they start thinking of Caucasian foods, and it's just so sad. They don't know the richness in sorghum and wheat and cassava. And think about any vegetable, it's mostly tropical. It's mostly from Africa and the Caribbean. So I don't understand when people say that African foods are unhealthy. Herbs, think about herbs as well. You find most herbs in Africa, in black countries. I think growing up as well in Nigeria, up until I was a teenager, I'm still yet to find as much greens as we have in Nigeria compared to the greens we have in the UK. And I mean really dark green leaves, like dark and rich in iron and antioxidants. Whatever your issues are with your African food, that's really on you if you're African listening to me, or if you're Caucasian and you believe that your food is healthier and other people's food are not. Well, the new research might surprise you. But my number one general tip for eating healthy is eat food as close as possible to nature. You cannot go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that for losing weight, for eating healthier, or just being a naturally healthy person. Just for your diet, you just need to eat food as close to their natural state as possible. I talk about some of these myths and give stronger arguments for them in the ABC to Wellness book, live this December. I cannot wait to share it with you. It's available to pre-order. I'll put it in the comments and description. Get your copy. You're going to love it. I just hope that you get as much pleasure reading it as I enjoyed writing it. Just talking about some of these things that the world has made being healthy so complex, but it's really simple. At least it's simple when we go back to basics, like some of the things I've shared today. Not blacklisting foods. I've shared about understanding nutrients. If you've not seen that in another video, being nutrient conscious, understanding what your foods, how they interact, what they do in your body. And yeah, it's just really beautiful book. I really hope it gets into your hand, or your eyes, your ears, whatever you're going to use your senses to indulge in this book. Once I get up to 50 people, I'm going to stop the pre-order process, and then people have to get it when it's live on Amazon later. Until next time, I remain your wellness buddy, supporting, helping, empowering you to make wellness a lifestyle, because that is God's will for you. If this video resonated with you, please do share, like it, subscribe, and don't forget your comments. I want to hear the nutritional advice you don't bother following. Thank you.